Lay still, my fond shepherd, don't you rise yet. It's a fine dewy morning, and beside my love it is wet. Oh, let it be wet, my love, and never so cold. I will rise before your row and away to my fold. Oh no, the bright laurel, it is no such thing. It's a bright sun that's shining, and the lark is on the wing. Oh, the lark in the morning, she rises from the nest, and she mounts in the air with the dew around the breast. And like a little pretty ploughboy, she'll whistle and sing, and at night she will return to her own nest again. When the ploughboy has done all he's got for to do, he trips down to the meadows where the grass is all cut down. Oh, the lark in the morning, she rises from the nest, and she climbs to the dawn with the dew on the breast. And like a little pretty ploughboy, she'll whistle and sing, and at night she will return to her own nest again.
I was a young man, I was a rover, nothing would satisfy me but a wife. Soon as I reached the age of 20, weary was I of a single life. Very first year, me wife I married, out of her company I could not stay. Her voice was sweet as the lark or the linnet or the nightingale at the break of day. Now she's fairly altered her meaning, now she's fairly changed her tune. Nothing but scolding comes from her mouth, so the poor man's labour's never done. very first year that we were married, scarce could I get 1 half-hour's sleep. With her 2 heels she rubbed my shins, cries, husband dear, put down your feet. The baby cried, she bitterly scolded, down to the door I was forced for to run. Without trousers, wig or a waistcoat, the poor man's labour's never done. I went up to the top of the hill for to view me sheep that had all gone astray. When I came back she was lying in her bed at 12 o'clock on a winter's day. When I came back both wet and weary, weary and wet, now where could I run? She was lying in her bed, the fire up beside her. She said, young man, is the kettle on? I'll go home to me aged mother, she'll be sitting all alone. Says there's plenty young women to be had, why should I be tied to one? All young men that is to marry, though they'll grieve you evermore. Death, oh death, come take my wife, and then my sorrows will be yours.
It's 50 long springtimes since she was a bride, but still you may see her at each Whitsun time, in a dress of white linen and ribbons of green, as green as her memories of loving. The feet that were nimble tread carefully now, as gentle a measure as age do allow. Through groves of white blossom, by fields of young corn, where once she was pledged to her true love. The fields they stand empty, the hedges grow free, no young man to tend them, or pastures go see. They are gone where the forests of oak trees before have gone to be wasted in battle. Down from the green farmlands and from their loved ones marched husbands and brothers and fathers and sons. There's a fine roll of honour where the maypole once stood, and the ladies go dancing at Whitsun. There's a straight row of houses in these latter days, all covering the downs where the sheep used to graze. There's a field of red poppies, a wreath from the Queen, but the ladies remember at Whitsun. Ladies go dancing at Whitsun.
Betsy, Belle and Mary Gray, they were bonny lasses. They built them a barn yon burnside, they thinked it all o'er with rashes. They thinked it all o'er with rashes green, they thinked it all o'er with heather. The plague come from the borough town and slew them both together. They would not have their shoes of red, nor would they have them yellow, but they would have their shoes of green to ride through the streets of Yarrow. They thought to lie all in the churchyard among their noble kin, but they were laid in straw hall all out beneath the sun. Betsy, Belle and Mary Gray, they were bonny lasses. They built them a bower in yon burnside, and they thinked it all o'er with rashes.
up in Yorkshire, and when I was 16, I was on my way to London, and a soldier I became, with my flying cap and feather, likewise a rattling drum. They learned me to play upon the rubber-dubber-dum, with my gentle waist so slender, and my fingers long and small. I could play upon the rubber-dub, the best of them all. Many were the brightest that I saw among the French, and so boldly did I fight me boys, oh no one but a wench, and in buttoning up my trousers, so often have I smiled to think I lay with 1,000 men and a maiden all the while, with a fine cap and feather, likewise a rattling drum. They learned me to play upon the rubber-dubber-dum, with a gentle waist so slender, and my fingers long and small. I could play upon the rubber-dub, the best of them all. But they never found my secret out until this very hour, when they sent me up to London to be sentry at the Tower. When a young girl fell in love with me and she found the ties I made, she went up to me officer and my secret she betrayed. With me fine cap and feather, likewise my rattling drum, they learned me to play upon the rubber-dubber-dum, with my gentle waist so slender and my fingers long and small. I could play upon the rubber-dub, the best of them all. My tunic and he found that it was true. It's a shame, he says, to lose a pretty drummer boy like you. So now I must return to me mom and dad at home, and along with me bold comrades no longer can I roam. With me fine cap and feather, likewise the rattling drum, they learned me to play upon the rubber-dubber-dum, with me gentle waist so slender and my fingers long and small. I could play upon the rubber-dub, the best of them all.
General Tyler gained the day.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
Oh, General Tyler gained the day.
Carry him to his burying ground, where I saw me. Walk him along, John, carry him along.
Why you saw me.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Oh, I wish I was, oh stormy sun.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
I had built a ship 10,000 tons.
Carry him to his burying ground, where you saw me. Walk him along, John, carry him along.
Why you saw me.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Not load her down with ale and rum.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
And every shellback should have some.
Carry him to his burying ground,
To
where you saw me. Walk him along, John, carry him along.
me
Why you saw me.
his grave with a silver spade.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
And his shroud of the softest silk is mine.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Why,
you saw me. Walk him along, John, carry him along. Why you saw me. Carry him to his burying ground.
We'll lower him down on a golden chain.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
On every link we'll carve his name.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Why
you saw me. Walk him along, John, carry him along.
Why
you saw me. Carry him to his burying ground.
Oh, General Tyler's dead and gone.
Walk him along, John, carry him along.
Oh, General Tyler's dead and gone.
Carry him to his burying ground.
Tell me
why you saw me. Walk him along, John, carry him along.
Tell me
Why you saw me. Carry him to his burying ground.
Now as I come out, so drunk I couldn't see out there a sort of horse. No horse should be there, I says unto me wife, tell this to me, oh, how come the horse there? No horse should be there, you old fool, you silly fool, can't you plainly see, oh, nothing but the milk cow me mother sent to me, oh, miles I could travel 1,000 miles and more, oh, saddle on a milk cow I've never seen before, and as I come home, so drunk I couldn't see, oh, there I saw boots, no boots should be there, I says unto me wife, tell this to me, oh, how come the boots there? No boots should be there, you old fool, you silly fool, can't you plainly see, oh, nothing but a flower pot me mother sent to me, oh, miles I could travel 1,000 miles and more, oh, laces on the flower pot I'd never seen before, and as I come home, so drunk I couldn't see, oh, there a sort of hat, no hat should be there, I says unto me wife, tell this to me, oh, how come the hat there? No hat should be there, you old fool, you silly fool, can't you plainly see, oh, nothing but a chamber pot me mother sent to me, oh, miles I could travel 1,000 miles and more, oh, a sweatband on a chamber pot I'd never seen before, and as I come home, so drunk I couldn't see, oh, there a sort of man, no man should be there, I says unto me wife, tell this to me, oh, how come the man there? No man should be there, you old fool, you silly fool, can't you plainly see, oh, nothing but a baby me mother sent to me, oh, miles I could travel 1,000 miles and more, oh, whiskers on a baby I've never seen before, oh.
stood, and 'twere well that he stood. With a strong staff in my hand, said the child as he stood. Oh, how will you go by sea, said the knight on the road, with a good boat unto me, said the child as he stood. And he stood, and he stood, and 'twere well that he stood. With a good boat unto me, said the child as he stood. Oh, methinks I hear a bell, said the knight on the road. It's ringing you to hell, said the child as he stood. And he stood, and he stood, and 'twere well that he stood. It's ringing you to hell, said the child as he stood. Oh, what brings you here so late, said the knight on the road. I go to meet my God, said the child as he stood. And he stood, and he stood, and 'twere well that he stood. I go to meet my God, said the child as he stood.
My mother did me deadly spite, for she sent thieves in the dark of the night, put my servants all to flight. They robbed my bow, they slew my knight. They couldn't do to me no harm, so they slew my baby in my arm, left me naught to wrap him in, with the bloody sheet that he lay in. They left me naught to dig his grave, but the bloody sword that slew my babe. All alone the grave I made, and all alone the tears I shed. And all alone the bell I rang, and all alone the psalm I sang. I leaned my head all against the block, and there I cut my lovely locks. I cut my locks and I changed my name from fair Eleanor to sweet William. Went to court to serve my king as the famous flower of serving men. So while I served my lord the king, that he made me his chamberlain. He loved me as his son, the famous flower of serving men. Oft time he'd look at me and smile, so swift his art I did beguile, and he blessed the day that I became the famous flower of serving men. But all alone in my bed at e'en, oh there I dream a dreadful dream. I saw my bed swim with blood, and I saw the thieves all around my head. Our king has to the hunting gone, he's ta'en no lords nor gentlemen, he's left me there to guard his home, the famous flower of serving men. Our king, he rode the wood all around, he stayed all day but nothing found, and as he rode himself alone, it's there he saw the milk-white hind. Oh, the hind she broke, the hind she flew, the hind she trampled the brambles through. First she'd melt, then she'd sound, sometimes before, sometimes behind. Oh, what is this, how can it be? Such a hind as this I ne'er did see. Such a hind as this was never born, a fish shall do me deadly harm. And long, long did the great horse turn, for to save his lord from branch and thorn. And but long ere the day was o'er, it tangled all in his yellow hair. All in a glade the hind drew nigh, and the sun grew bright all in her eye. And he sprang down, sword drew, she vanished there all from his view. Around the grass was green, and all around where a grave was seen, and he sat himself all on the stone, great weariness it seized him on. Great silence hung from tree to sky, the woods grew still, the sun hung fire. As through the wood the dove he came, as through the wood he made his moan. Oh, the dove he sat down on a stone, so sweet he looked, so soft he sang. Alas, the day my love became the famous flower of serving men. The bloody tears they fell as rain, and still he sat and still he sang. Alas, the day my love became the famous flower of serving men. Our king cried out and he wept full sore, so loud unto the dove he did call, "O pretty bird, come sing it plain." Oh, it was her mother's deadly spite, for she sent thieves in the dark of the night. They come to rob, they come to slay, they made their sport, they went their way. And don't you think that her heart was sore as she laid the mould on his yellow hair? And don't you think her heart was woe as she turned her back away to go? And now she wept as she changed her name from fair Eleanor to sweet William, went to court to serve her king as the famous flower of serving men. Oh, the bloody tears they lay all around, he's mounted up and away he's gone. And one thought come to his mind, the thought of earth, and 'twas a man. And as he rode himself alone, a dreadful oath he there has sworn, that he would hunt her mother down, as he would hunt the wild wood swine. For there's 24 ladies all, and they're all playing at the ball, but fairer than all of them is the famous flower of serving men. Oh, he's rode into his hall, and he's rode in among them all. He's lifted her to his saddle brim, and there he's kissed her cheek and chin. His nobles stood and they stretched their eyes, the ladies took to their fans and smiled, for such a strange oncoming no gentleman had ever seen. And he has sent his nobles all, and to her mother they have gone. They've ta'en her that did such wrong, they've laid her down in prison strong. And he's brought men up from the corn, and he sent men down to the thorn, all for to build the bonfire high, all for to set her mother by. Oh, Bonnie sang the morning thrush, oh, where he sat in yonder bush, but louder did her mother cry, in the bonfire where she burned close by. There she stood all among the thorn, and there she sang a deadly song. Alas, the day that she became the famous flout of serving men. For the fire took first all on her cheek, and there it took all on her chin. It spat and rang in her yellow hair, and soon there was no life left in.